Hey you guys, it's been a while since I've done a video, and I wanted to, and I haven't done actually a video out here in the garden as a tour, and I can't even remember how long it's been. I don't think I've done one all summer. It's been a crazy summer, dealing with all the stuff that we've been having to deal with, and then you would think being at home all the time that you'd have time to do this stuff, but it seems like the more I stay at home, the more things I find to do. So I'm sure some of you can relate to that. So anyway, I was out here and I was gonna go harvest some stuff, and I thought, well, since the fall is coming and I have not prepared, and I need to plant some stuff before I go pulling things out and all of that, I'd show you guys my hot mess of a garden. So Alvara's singing the song of his people. So we're gonna take a quick look. I'm gonna try not to make this too lengthy because I want to show you all the things, but I'm not real sure that you guys want to sit in here and watch me show you all the things. So I'm just gonna do some highlights of some things that I think are cool that are happening around the garden, and so yeah, so let's do this. Okay, so this is right off of our patio, or back door, whatever you want to call it. This here was all clean at the beginning of the year. Look at all that Tulsi that came up by itself. I mean, it is literally everywhere over here. See all those flower spikes? And the bees are all over this stuff. I mean, let me see if I can hear them buzzing. Let's see if I can find any of them on these plants. See, they're all over these flowers. So they're just loving this Tulsi. So I haven't harvested it yet, although I need to. They're still finding some good stuff in there. I've got some peppers over there that I planted really late, but there's some that's ready to be harvested, so I'll be getting those out of there here before long. Here's some more Tulsi that planted itself over here, but it's turned like a really funny yellow color. So I'm not really sure if I want to harvest this or not. See that? It still smells good, but I don't know that I want to use that for medicine because it doesn't look very healthy to me. And then of course, look, there's a carrot that I didn't get when I harvested stuff. And of course, things have just gotten thrown in the bed over here. So, got a comfrey volunteer over here. If you can see those big leaves down there beside the Tulsi. I got comfrey coming up everywhere. Oh, and look at all this Tulsi. There's more over there. And lemon balm. And I mean, it's just stuff everywhere. This over here has just become crazy wild. And here's the zinnias. These are the cactus zinnias. They are so pretty. Look at those. I think they're just absolutely gorgeous. I love the color, which some of them are kind of getting old, but look at those blooms. They're just so pretty. Okay, let's go over here. Here's some more cactus zinnias, I think, and I'm not sure if that's the cactus or not, but I'm just in love with zinnias. And then of course, you've got some seed pods here we can just use to have some next year. The lemon balm I've harvested like twice, I think, and it's just, look how full and luscious and beautiful that is. I was determined I was going to have lemon balm, and by golly, lemon balm has not failed me. Let's see, here's some more zinnias. This is probably one of my favorite too. I think this is the lime something zinnia, but those blooms are just beautiful. I have a mimosa tree. Jennifer would be happy to see that this mimosa tree has gotten really big and is doing well. I cut back that Nandina, and it has come back. So it looks like it's going to be difficult to kill that thing, which I'm not too crazy about. My skeletons of plants that I had that have not made it. I had some ginger over here. I wonder if this ginger, y'all, I hadn't even been over here and I couldn't even tell you how long. Well, this ginger's looking kind of pitiful, but It needs water. Okay, we're gonna take and put this in some water. I had another one. I don't know where it is. Anyway, there's another Nandina trying to come back to life, and some plants that have fallen over on top of that, and a tree that I tried to kill, but that hasn't worked either. I'm gonna set this ginger over here. So these are the wild dagga and the lion's mane that have gotten so huge that they have fallen over now. Oh, this needs water. Where am I gonna put you, baby, so you get some water? I'll put you right there for now. I'll pour you some water in there. So this is the lion's mane. What I've found interesting is, look, these little, this is falling over and it's starting to put new little sprouts and they're coming up this way. I thought that was kind of cool. But anyway, they're supposed to be like really tall, but they have fallen. They've gotten so big. I think it just couldn't hold that big old trunk. If you can see, the trunk down there is so huge. Oh, hello, bumblebee. There's a bumblebee over here on the basil. Hey, pretty baby. You're enjoying some flowers on the basil that's over here that also is falling over. So all this is basil that I grew from seed. Got some lavender back there that will probably be happy once I get this. I don't even know I can get past this lion's mane. It's all in the floor over here. Okay, come here, baby. Let me get by you. Now these pods here, ow, it's poking me. So these pods here, when they dry out, ow, and they're sticky, they have little seeds in them, so you can grow more. I don't know if they reseed themselves, because I think they probably did, because my friend Pat had some that had reseeded. This is my first year growing it, so I don't know. Oh wow, look, there's a bunch of bees over here on this stevia. It's my first year growing stevia too. Can you see the bumblebees on that? They're loving that. And I got an agrimony plant in here somewhere. Right there it is. I have other stuff growing in here, but honestly, I can't even remember what I planted. So let's go around the greenhouse this way. Oh, geez. And there's a bee after me. Got mad because I go away now. Here's some more dagga, the wild dagga, clip dagga, all leaning over. There's some horseradish root. I wonder if there's enough root in there for me to harvest some. That's a good question. And here's some weeds that need to be pulled up out of here. Yep. And this is what happens when you go on a walk with a gardener / herbalist. She will pick things. Oh, there's a poke root over there too. That's got to come out. She will harvest things and pull weeds as she talks to you. All these are my elders. They've gotten really big this year, which I'm happy about that. And we got little babies coming up. There's some baby elders, and then another one that's a little bit bigger. There's one of my roselles, the hibiscus. That's what you make the tea with, which if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, well, that didn't go where I wanted it to, you'll see where I've posted some pictures of the calyxes and stuff. This one hasn't really gotten a lot of calyxes yet. It's got some little baby ones on there, but they haven't gotten big enough to harvest yet. I don't know what this thing is. This is a weed, but I've seen bees all over it too. Looks like some kind of a aster or something. Oh look, there's bees on this little goji berry plant. Okay, you do your thing, honey. Okay, so let's go. Sorry, I'm all over the place. This is a Mexican sunflower, which I got these seeds from, I think I got them like from Walmart or somewhere. And man, I didn't think, it was my first year growing these, and I didn't know that they grew this big. Y'all are gonna see the other ones that are over there, beside the chicken coop. Oh my gosh, it's craziness. But let's see. So these little dried up heads, if I can pull it off, it's not gonna come off. I need my clippers. So that you can get some seeds out of here and use those to have you some sunflowers for next year. And there's a little bumblebee up on, oh, there's several bumblebees on these too. This is my biggest roselle plant. Look at how big that mama is. Now she's putting out some calyxes. There's a flower. You can see her pretty flower. She's in the mallow family, like marshmallow and okra. And this is the calyx. That one's about right size for harvest. Let's see. Can I find any that are, now see these babies right here. That would be perfect size, or even that one. Once they start to open a little bit at the top, they're ready. You can let them go even longer than that, but that's a good, I don't want to leave them out here too long right now because it's just getting colder and colder. And if you didn't know, the leaves of this are edible too. They're kind of citrusy. Actually, I've never even tried one, but I know you can eat them. They're kind of lemony, sour, tart flavor. That'd be good in a salad. So that's pretty good. So here's this is a volunteer zinnia. Those are the best ones, aren't they? And there's another Mexican sunflower. How huge that has gotten. And then we have the loofahs, which I don't remember planting, but they're here. Let me see if I can get. So this is a loofah gourd. I'm not real sure when to harvest them. Let me see if I can get up under here. But see, we have some more up there. Then we have one that's changing color over here. Look how huge that thing is. So I've heard that once the skin gets thinner, you can, that's when you should harvest and get them and use them for loofahs. So that's pretty cool. We've got a couple more over here. It's really pretty. This is my Dan Shin, which I've harvested some of this, but it's still beautiful. And she's still putting out flowers, and the bees love her. And her roots are amazing. And I just give her love every time I come over here. I noticed, though, that when I dug up some that were over here that had seeded like out into the way over here, that her roots weren't as prominent. Even the ones I dug over here. Now, y'all, I have weeded this part over here, I know, 5 times this year. And it just keeps getting full of grass. But I cleaned it out probably about a week ago again. So it looks pretty good right now. And then that was a volunteer zinnia right there too. That's got really pretty blooms on it as well. From some I planted last year. Because I didn't plant a lot of zinnias this year, but they're everywhere. This is some kind of berry bush that's growing out into the way here and into the weeds. And then this is another one over here that's growing. And you see, I don't know if you can see it's almost reached the raised bed over here. I need to tie it up or do something. Volunteer Tulsi. Let me see if I can get the shadow off of it. Volunteer Tulsi right there. And then this baby, you see that vine? So let me see if I can. So over here, see that vine coming out of the bed and was tied up there, and there's a dead one part of it up there. It had bugs all over it, and I posted a picture of it. They were like assassin bugs or something, and some other bugs. So I was gonna pull it out, and I didn't. And so one of the vines kind of started trailing. I was like, let's just see what it does. So y'all check this out. We've got squash, and I don't know if you can see that. Well, that one don't look so good, but there's squash all over this thing. Look, here's another one, and there's more over here on this end, and then this vine goes all the way over there, and there's another Tulsi right there, volunteer, and then Mexican sunflower. These are cucamelons that I haven't gotten a whole lot off of because there's nettle on the other side of this, and so when I go to try to pick them, the nettle gets me. So lesson learned on that. We don't want to plant those around nettle. not a bright idea. So over here, look, there's some more squash. If you can see that baby, that's that big one. I might be harvesting those before long because I don't want we'll be able to eat those. So yeah, there's my nettle on the other side of the cucamelons. Here's another squash. Oh, look at these squash. We're gonna be having us some squash this week. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that baby. I think those are the Rampicantes squash. Some of them have gotten kind of funky. You can see that end right there. So I don't know why they do that. Maybe they didn't get pollinated well or something. I don't know. I'm not. Holy cow, look at this one. I hadn't even seen this. Look at this bad boy. That's a big squash. And then there's another long one right there. And look, it's growing all the way over here. Like from here, check this out. From here, all the way down around the bed and up in that other bed. And there's more squash over here. You can see those. So that's just crazy. All right, so there's the nettle, one of my nettle beds, which is looking kind of puny right now. I probably should have cut that back. And then there's another nettle bed over here, which they look gorgeous. That's nettle all in there. And there's a big old Mexican sunflower again. And then I'm fighting with the asparagus over here because it's wanting to attack me. All right, let's go over here. So this is a pretty plant that I planted, and I've tried these beans. Where'd it go? I've tried these, but I'm not that crazy about them. But the plant's pretty, so I just kind of left it there. I haven't done a whole lot to it. This was my favorite bean plant of the whole season. These are rattlesnake pole beans, and they are so good. And I left some on here to dry and harvest for seed. So, let's see if you can see that. And there's a bunch on here. So I need to get some of those and take them out and dry them. And this is fennel. Let me back up a little bit here. This is my fennel plant, which has went to seed. If you can see, I didn't take it before now, and they're dropping the seeds. I didn't take it before now because the bees were all over it, the flowers. So I just left it there, but I gotta come out here and harvest those seeds. Fennel seed is awesome for your stomach, for your gut. And here's my thyme plant that I cut back in the spring, and it's still flowering and beautiful. Ooh, there's an anise hyssop in there. I don't know where that came from. See those purple flowers? So pretty. Oh, look, there's a melon. I just love coming to the garden. It's like, oh, look. And this is the amaranth. Came up by itself there. And I have another roselle right here this is the one I think the deer ate the top off of. But look, it's still producing. So that's good. All right, let's go around this way. There's some more elder, which there's another roselle too. This is the one that I've harvested the most off of. It didn't have as many leaves, but it's put out a bunch of calyxes there. And here is yarrow, which she's coming back. Look at all these green leaves and stuff. And then this is all the dried up flowers and stuff and her seeds, which we could take those and plant us some more plants for next year, which she'll come back next year anyway. And then here's another bean trellis. Now this is just wild. This thing, and I'm not even sure what this is. I don't remember planting it. Have no clue what it is, but there it is. It looks like I want to say butterfly pea, but I don't remember planting anything like that. So I don't know. And then there's some Tulsi in here that I didn't plant either. I'm having a difficult time going under these vines. Let's see. Oh, and this is I think that's amaranth that came up. And Tulsi. Tulsi, you're just so beautiful. I don't know where those melons came from either. I don't remember planting any melon plants over here either. Just all kinds of stuff. I just, Lord. Oh, and here, oops, it's pull that off. This is a Thai, where's my hand? This is a Thai soldier bean. See how long they are. They're pretty good. This one's not quite as dried out. But I think they come up over here by themselves too. I must have planted some of those last year. And now they're, oh, goodness gracious. A vine is on the ground and trying to trip me. So yeah, and I haven't even harvested any of these to eat or anything because I didn't even know they were out here. Oh, look. So, see this flower? You may have seen this on some videos last year. I didn't plant these. My friend Pat gave them to me. And they were planted out here last year. And after she passed, they decided to bloom. So thank you, Pat, for bringing those to the garden. And I just noticed, here's another one over here. So that's cool. Here's some kind of bean that has decided to trellis all the way over here. Alrighty, so here's the elecampane, which I'm probably going to dig some of those roots for, because I planted those there last year. And more Tulsi. Actually, I think I planted this Tulsi because I didn't think the other ones were going to come up. Boy, was I wrong. I didn't think we were going to have any volunteer Tulsi. Here's some already dried up Annie's hyssop. A bunch of little Tulsi plants on the ground over here. You can see that, little babies. And there's a dock right there, which I had dug up a dock over here the other day. Well, not the other day, several months ago. Which, you know, in Southern language, oh, there goes a monarch. In Southern talk, the other day could mean yesterday or 3 years ago. So, just so any of you that aren't Southerners. And this is my neglected mugwort that I have not harvested because I realized I had a ton of it in the house. So I just didn't do anything to it, but it's got little seeds all over it. But there are some babies. You can see the little babies down here. All those little greens. That's all mugwort, which is great for dreaming, and it's a good bitter. There's another Tulsi plant. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's see. I know this video is all over the place, but there's some more elecampane right there. That was the first elecampane that I ever planted out here. And let's see. This is a mullein that I planted this year, which that one looks okay. This one don't look so good, does it? Must not like it right here. And then there's some of my milkweed that is dying out. This was feverfew that has died back. I saw some fresh leaves coming up on this, but where'd they go? Oh, I see it over here. So this is feverfew. This is what the leaves look like. So it's not completely dead, although it does look like it. My ashwagandha is over here. So this is the ashwagandha that came back from last year. So I'll be digging that this year. This one looks like it's about dead. Probably gonna have to pull that one up, dig it up or whatever. I love the smell of this stuff. If you've never smelled, oh, well, that didn't look too good. Oh, they rotted. So see, that didn't do well. Yeah, it don't even have a smell to it. Let's see. There's a root down here. Oh, there's a nice long root. See how deep they go? That one smells pretty good. This one's got a few little things on it. So I'm not really crazy about that they overwintered like they did, because it doesn't seem like the plants are as strong as they are when you plant them fresh. Probably because they're not meant to overwinter here. But, oh well. You live and learn, right? Bunch of mint growing up here that started growing by itself. That's my astragalus that's been overtaken by weeds and mint. Lamb's ear. Here's some echinacea over here. And she's starting to bloom again. Look at this baby. She got a little bloom on her. Isn't she pretty? And then all these are like little seed pods, so you can use those as, see, look at all that seed. Look at all that echinacea. Sprinkle that down there because I'll come back and get some seed. More yarrow. Let's see, what would y'all be interested in seeing? I want to show you the flowers down there, but my okra plants are still producing, but they're awful pitiful looking. I just harvested some off of them. Let's see, and here's some more okra plants over here that I harvested some big old okras off of today. But they're still trying to produce. See those okras? So if you've never eaten fresh okra out of the garden, you need to. Oh, I just spotted some red tomatoes, y'all. I did not think I had any tomatoes. Look at this. Here's one on the ground. It's probably gonna go to the chickens. Yeah, that one looks pretty pitiful. Man, I hear bees like crazy over here on this basil. They are just going to town. Let me take these and throw them to the chickens. Oh. Yep, there's another one. They'll eat these up. And there's a couple little green ones on here still. Whereas these tomato plants are just like gone. They're not gonna last much longer. And here's the purple Prince zinnia. These are just gorgeous. I'm so happy I grew these this year. I actually sold some of these. See, there's a bee on that one. I can't zoom in because my hand is full of tomatoes. See, look at the happy bee. Hello, little bee. My husband's wanting to know where they're getting all the orange pollen. Looks like there's orange pollen in these zinnias. Maybe that's where they're getting it. I got some more cherry tomatoes over here. I probably need to come out here and grab these because they'll still be good. I hate getting my shadow in these videos. Sorry, y'all. See all those? Those are the Berries Crazy Cherries. So if you bought any of these from me, plants, let me know how they did for you. They've done awesome here. They are the best little tomatoes, and it produces like crazy. Let's see. And these, I planted these little sunflowers just on a whim. They're called like lemon drop or something. They're supposed to be cutting sunflowers. They were really pretty. Let's see. Let me see if I can see this other one that's got more of a bees all over the ground over here. Yeah, so this one's a little fresher. See how pretty? And they're supposed to be cutting sunflowers, so I'm going to save some seeds on those too. Plant those again next year, probably a little sooner because I planted those really late. And that Mexican sunflower, she's just holding on for dear life. And then we got all the weeds. Y'all look at this hot mess. Oh, look at calendula blossom. Oh, Daddy let the free dog out. She's over here under my feet now. The calendula. I'll pick her. I'll have a handful of stuff before I'm done. These eggplants have been producing all summer long. I just come over here and harvested a couple of big ones. The purple ones did really well, which were the Japanese. I can't remember the name of them. They've done. Here's another one over here. I can get you to see that. That one's tiny, but you can eat. They don't get very big, so that's what I like about them. But I did the white one and I did a purple one. The white one didn't do so well. The purple one I like a lot better. What are you doing out here? Why did your daddy let you outside? Lord. Okay. So let me throw these to the chickens. There's our baby chickens that were babies, but they're not babies anymore. We thought that one was a chicken, but it's a rooster. He started crowing today. Y'all want some maters? Come get the maters. Another mater. Running to get the maters. And there's mean mama. She's just mean to them babies. I'm not real sure. Do y'all know? Now this is one that I'm not sure if this is, her name is Karen because she peeps all the time. But I think she's a Kyle and not a Karen. That's her mama right beside her. And then that's the daddy. I'm trying to decide if that one is a rooster, what I'm gonna do with it. And I know the other one's a rooster. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these roosters, because I hate to get rid of my baby boy, because Ivar's rather mean, that one, the daddy. So we'll have to see what we do with him. All right, so this is the bed I was talking about. All right, I gotta zoom back in. Look at this hot mess. Now these are the Mexican sunflowers. They're taller than the fence, which I think is 6 foot tall. And they have fallen over into the walkway. So it's like a fountain of these flowers. And they are just beautiful. And the bees love them. I've seen bumblebees on them anyway. I don't know about or honeybees, but I've seen some butterflies. There's a little butterfly. Well, I don't know if that's a butterfly or not, but it looks like a butterfly. Where are you at? There you are. It flew away. So yeah, oh, there's a bumblebee on one. Look, I get the bumblebee butt. He's enjoying the little sunflower. All right, focus. My camera don't want to focus. So that's so cool. Don't you just love it? And then I planted a bunch of elders in here that I got from a lady up in Asheville. And they're doing well. I've got some bindweed going up over there. And there's some more purple prince zinnias on the edge there. And I also have some yarrow that I planted in here that's looking nice. And actually, I think that's gonna flower. And then I have some flower. This is a flower called coxcomb. Isn't that pretty? I planted those because Pat gave me some last year and they were so pretty. I decided I was gonna start some this year and I did. And so I have them everywhere. Here's another yarrow that has flowered. I didn't even know this one had flowered. That I stuck in this bed. So that's ready for medicine if we want to use it for medicine. There's bees all over these zinnias over here. See if I can get a close up. Where'd you go? Come back. He left me. Okay, he's over here now. See if I can get him without him flying away. He's down. Where'd he go? They're running away from me. They must be camera shy. He was down in that flower right there. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see him now. Oh well. But look, zinnia, y'all, if you don't grow anything else, grow zinnias. They're just so beautiful and they're so easy. Stick the seed in the ground, water it a little bit, and they grow. And then you have this beauty like all summer, and it's just gorgeous. And the funny thing is the zinnias, some of them are like this. Oh, look, that's like a fasciated one. Those are like 2 flowers together. Check that out. And then some of them will come out looking like this. So you have like double blooms and then you'll have like a single bloom on the same plant, which is kind of cool. And I've got some late zinnias over here that I planted. I don't know that they'll do a whole lot, but they're there and they're pretty. My Malabar spinach is petering out. And then we have hops on this side that I didn't harvest this year because they didn't really have a whole lot of flowers. Ooh, it's got some more flowers on it. I didn't even know that. So see, those are this sun's right in my eyes. See, those are the buds right there. I don't know if I can't even tell if it's focused. But that's a bud. Here is another bud. Where'd it go? It's under my finger, right there. So it don't really look like a flower. Oh, look, here's some more. I can get them in here. The sun's in my face. I'm having a difficult time seeing, but I think y'all can see that. So that is just cool. Look, there's some more coming right here. My Lord, me and this camera are not getting along today. Here we go. There's some more right there. So we might end up getting a harvest after all. That makes me happy. So see, these are already dried. So these are the dried buds. And then these are the ones, these are fresh. These have just come out. So see, they They change colors as they get older. Another volunteer Tulsi that I left out here for the bees. That's gotten pretty big. Another dog. My husband let the dogs out. This was, I think these were lobelias that I planted in here that have just dried up, went to seed now. And then there's my bed of lemongrass. My lemongrass hasn't done as well this year as it did years before. I've already harvested it twice though, so I guess I shouldn't complain too much. But it did a lot better in the beds over there than it has in this bed, but oh well. And this is a lamb's quarters that's gotten way too big and it's flowering. And all of this in here is my passion flower that I've harvested a couple of times, but y'all, I just don't never tire of looking at these little blooms. And where did I see? I came out here earlier and saw a bunch of passion. Oh, here we go. So here's the fruit. See, you get little fruits if you leave the flowers on there. So I got a bunch of little fruits hanging out. Ooh, look at this cool dude. What is this dude? Anybody know? Oh, where'd it go? There you are. Huh, some kind of caterpillar. It don't look friendly though. We're not gonna mess with him. We're gonna leave him alone. Okay. So I planted burdock this year too. So here's some burdock root. If you ever wanted to know what burdock plants look like, they should be much bigger than this. I planted them really late. And I've got some babies up on the porch that I need to plant somewhere too. So, and these have a huge long taproot. That's why I wanted to plant them in a raised bed, so I'll have better chances of being able to use the root for medicine or food. You can eat it too. It's really good stir fried. I learned that from my teacher Teresa in herb school. Let's walk over here real quick and I'll show you. I don't know what I'm going to show you over here actually. Here's a comfrey that came up by itself. So I've got comfrey like everywhere now, which makes me happy. I'm not complaining at all. And honestly, I've planted some Solomon seal in here and it's doing okay. I don't know what this is. I think it's a, oh my gosh, I think it's a mallow. I was thinking it was a geranium, but y'all look at these white flowers. Get off of me, whatever you are. It's a bug on me. Oh no, it's a thief. Look at where are the flowers? Can you see those flowers? They're white, which makes me think it's a type of mallow. Because I've never had a white geranium that I can remember anyway. I'm not sure what that is. Huh, that's interesting. It just came up over here by itself, and I see some little seeds germinating over there, and I'm not real sure what that is either. So, there's a bunch of baby comfrey plants all through here. That's a hydrangea that I planted. There's another comfrey plant over there. More Tulsi comfrey over there, right? Let me see if I can get my finger in the thing to show you where it is. Right, oopsie, my finger right there. That's comfrey behind the, whatever that weed is. Yeah, so let me turn this back around. So I decided to walk over here to this other part of the garden, which I had planted begonias in there. And this is the mallow. So this is the mallow that's used for medicine. See, the leaves on this are a little different than the other mallow, and they're really, really soft too. So I don't think it's that type of mallow, but I don't know what it is. I've got a ton of feverfew coming up out here. So that's feverfew, that's feverfew, that's feverfew, over there. Looks like there's another mallow coming up right there. Huh, interesting. There's a Tulsi growing out of the concrete. Lord, that's crazy. And a rosemary that I've been wanting to transplant somewhere and I just haven't. And we got sage, which that's been there for several years. I love this sage. I come out here and clip on it all the time. a volunteer lamb's quarters. We got some kale that's been here all summer. Some thyme that I come and pick at. A bunch of zinnias growing out here. Bleeding heart. More zinnias here. I've got some self-heal growing over here that I planted that I've harvested off of. And that's growing really nicely, so I'm happy about that. I hope it stays. I think this is the butterbur, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, there's the little tag thing. No, that's lady's mantle. See, I'm wrong. I planted a butterbur over here somewhere. And of course, I don't know that much about the plant, so I can't identify it. That's why I like to label everything. This might be, that looks like bloodroot. Let's see, there's a jewelweed. This is jewelweed right here. And here's a pretty zinnia that has come up, and there's a beer on my head. I guess he don't like me messing with his flowers. I don't know where the butterbur went. This over here, oh look, there's a, is that a ladybug? That's a ladybug. Bee, leave me alone. Got a bunch of borage over here, y'all. All these plants in here, that's all borage that came up by itself. I did not plant that stuff there. It just, and the only place I had it planted last year was in that bed right there. And it's done come up everywhere over here. Oh, let's see. This is meadow sweet, I believe. And it hasn't flowered as of yet, anyway. Let's see, there's some more feverfew. Feverfew. Some mullein that I have cut a lot off of. So the mullein has liked it more over here than it did out there in that hot garden. So I'm thinking it likes a little bit of shade. And here in North Carolina, got some more calendula blossoms that I can harvest and take in the house. I'll pop those off of here if I can get them off without breaking the plant. I didn't come out here prepared to harvest stuff. It's just coming to show you guys things, but you know, while I'm here. So see all this, there's a bee down there on that borage. I think some people call it borage. I call it borage, I don't know why. Probably the southerner in me. So the little flowers there, there's a bee in one of those. So it's all them little purple flowers, and it's edible. And then there's some more tulsi, look. I cleaned this bed out. I'm trying to get my calendula in my hand. I cleaned this bed out a few days ago, I think, and just left a little bit of borage in there. But I'm gonna plant some radishes and some beets and stuff in here. And look, y'all, the weeds are just, now this was as clean as it could be this spring. Had it all nice and pretty. Ain't like that no more. And I just weeded this over here. It was crazy. Tulsi and everything else growing. And I pulled up all of my tomato plants that I had in here, which you can see there's still little ground cherry tomatoes in here. Those are my leeks. I pulled up my leftover beets and stuff I had over here. I got a little bit of Swiss chard growing, but it hasn't gotten really big. I think it's because the tulsi and the beets were kind of overshadowing it. So it might do a little bit better now. I'm gonna probably grow some more Swiss chard in here this winter. Let's see. I think that's about it. What do you think, Pudla? Is there anything else I need to tell everybody? What you think? One more thing before we go. Can we just take notice of this beautiful basil that I've grown over here? Isn't she gorgeous? She's gonna be harvested before long, so I can do something with her. I thought about taking her and putting her like in, I've heard people talk about putting in olive oil and in ice cube trays in the freezer. So that might be where she goes. And then we have some baby, ooh, that motherwort's blooming. Some baby motherwort that planted itself there, some rue, and some more motherwort down there. And these are some cuttings that I need to get into pots because they've grown roots and now they've got little leaves coming off of them. And there's some mums that were from last year actually. Okay, so I think I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I didn't make it too long. I didn't really go over every single thing out there, but the majority and the things that I wanted you guys to see, because we get busy and life happens, and we don't always take care of the things we need to take care of outside because it's hot, and you have to, the little bit of time that you're able to get out in the garden, it's just meant for that. You've got to get out here and do what you got to do before it gets too hot to deal with. But it's gotten cooler now here in North Carolina. So we're seeing like 70-degree days and 40, 50-degree nights, which is nice, very nice. We've had our windows open for days because we like to have the windows open and not run the air conditioner if we can possibly do that. This video was not planned, so I apologize if I'm a little all over the place. So I don't know what else I want to say except for, you know, if you're intimidated or whatever, don't be. This garden is a labor of love. We started our first garden beds, I want to say it's been probably 4 years ago or something like that. And I was so tickled when my husband built me my first raised bed. Oh, it was just amazing. And I have since learned that I like the beds that are up on 4 feet, you know, on like raised off the ground, more so even than those out there, because they're easier to get to. The older I get, the easier it is to get to something like that. And that way I don't have to fill it up with so much dirt, and you don't have to worry about the weeds coming under the ground and getting into the bed. And we have a lot of wiregrass here, which is absolutely horrible. And I've been battling that stuff since I moved here. And if you don't know what that is, look it up, Google it. That thing is the devil itself. It will get into anything and take over everything. Oh, I forgot to show you my turmeric plant. Oh well. So just don't give up. Don't get discouraged. You can do it. Plant a few zinnias around your house. Get you a little pot to put it in. If you do put it in a pot, just be wary that you're going to have to water it because it's going to drain out, you know, and it's not going to be able to retain as much water as if you were to put it in something bigger or in the ground. So, you know, as long as it's getting water and nourishment, it'll be fine. And it'll get its nourishment from the dirt and soil that you put it in. So, and they don't need a whole lot. They're not real finicky. They're really easy to grow. A lot of this stuff is really easy to grow. Beans are really easy to grow. You know, motherwort is not that difficult to grow. Rue is not that difficult to grow. Comfrey is not difficult to grow. So it's just do it, you know. Once you get it started and it starts coming back and starts giving you all this satisfaction, you're going to be tickled pink, just like me. It felt so overwhelming when I first wanted to start growing things and didn't know where to start, didn't know what to do. So I just built a bed and just started from there. I started getting medicinal plants from where I could. My friend Pat helped me a lot with that. She would sell me plants and sometimes give me stuff, and I'd go help her out. So it's just getting started. That's the thing. But if you don't ever start, you're never going to have it, right? So just start, get it done. It'll bring you so much satisfaction, especially if you love growing stuff as much as I do. And I'm sure you do if you're watching this. So, and if you have watched me ramble for the past however long this video is, I appreciate you and thank you for coming and watching and hanging out with me for a little bit and looking at the garden and oohing and ahhing with me as I harvest the stuff that I need to harvest. So right now I'm going to go out here and harvest some hibiscus and get that done. I'm probably not going to take the Tulsi away from the bees just yet. I probably won't do that until I know it's getting ready to frost. So that'll give them some food, nectar, stuff to eat off of, because my husband will not be happy with me if I take their food away. So anyway, I'll quit rambling now and go do what I want to do. And it's afternoon here now, which I would have never been able to do this video in an afternoon in like last month because it was so flipping hot. So I'm grateful that I can get out here now and be outside and not die of heat exhaustion. So I hope everyone's doing well. Please stay healthy. Drink your fire ciders, your oxymels, and your herbs and your teas, and stay healthy and well. And everybody, y'all just be kind to each other and take care. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and like our videos if you would, please. We would love to see you and hear any comments that you have about the garden or anything else. Just leave us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll talk at you later. Peace.